Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today TV. Finally, the United Kingdom have decided to intervene in the affairs of Nigeria, but the method and how and to the extent of which the intervention will help, you're going to find out in a moment. But before we do so, we'd like you to subscribe to our channel. If you have not done so already, by clicking on the red subscribe button beside it, you'll see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it, join the family, and we get more notification as soon as we update our channel on YouTube. Well, let's quickly go straight into the news. The British High Commissioner to Nigeria, that's Catrionia Lang, has said that the United Kingdom government is hopeful that President Muhammadu Buhari will sign the amended Electoral Act into law. Speaking at an opening ceremony of a civil society IAGA convergence, that's Yaga convergence, the British envoy said she was in Zimbabwe, where she observed elections and had also recognized how powerful the civil society could be. Lang averred that the world was watching to see if the 2023 election in Nigeria would be secured and conducted relatively well, and if the electorate would accept the result and rally around the new leadership. She said, and I quote, "We honestly really believe for Nigeria, for Africa, for the world, that outcome of this election and the conduct of this election is massively important. It has been a little bit of a rocky road for Nigerian democracy since 1999, but the country has stuck with it. Speaking for my government and the new U.S. administration, we are very conscious. We need to build a coalition of democracies." Lang further added that they were hopeful the Independent National Electoral Commission would deliver a good election, and the Electoral Act hopefully will be passed soon by the President for the electronic transmission of votes. She, however, reiterated that the electorate needed to register to participate in the election. There have been calls on Buhari by various civil society groups to sign the electoral bill into law, even as it seems the president was weighing his options and those of his political party and associates before passing the law. Passing the bill into law. Okay, but for some of us who may not understand why the hype over this electoral bill anyway, whether we like it or not, it's not the same thing. At some point, there'll be one rigging or the other, but you don't get the jive. This one is a bit different. Yes, there will always be anomalies here and there during elections. Can't take that away. But what the world generally wants is something that is close to perfection. May not necessarily be perfect, but close to perfection. Or not the one that is so glaring that the anomalies, the rigging is quite enormous. Now, why you see some persons dragging their leg to pass this bill, technically speaking, it depends on the angle you're looking at it. It cannot give power to the people again. I'll explain in a moment. Now, there'll be direct primaries. Right now, they usually have what we call delegates. If you're familiar with Nigerian election terrain, you will understand. You will agree with me that there's always this thing about parties. In various parties, we always have this ruling party, the opposition parties. Usually should be numerous, but in Nigeria, we basically have APC and PDP. But usually, it should be numerous. Now, there's this general belief that whoever emerges in a ruling party obviously is the next president or the next governor. Why? Because of we just know how it works, unfortunately, but that's how it works. But now, what makes it unusually not favorable to the people is because it is dependent on the delegates. Delegates are the special guys they usually choose. Okay, you guys are going to really want to vote. These guys will campaign in their parties before the main thing. They campaign in their parties. Everybody will come. I want to pick up forms. I want to vie for this position in this party. I want to be the flag bearer for this party. So within themselves, they will test their popularity, and they will do that via delegates. Rarely, but it's not going to be just direct. Delegates, people coming, they will now begin to campaign, begin to, sort their way out to see how they can get, convince their people either which way they can to get their people to vote for them, the delegates to vote for them. Now, this delegate decide the fate, not just for the party, but if it's a ruling party, for Nigerians as well. Now, whoever that emerges, especially in Nigerian setting, in a ruling party in Nigeria, whoever that emerges as the flag bearer of that party automatically, unconsciously becomes the next Nigerian political position they're taking. Is it either government, a governorship, a senatorial seat, or even presidency? Now you now see that Nigeria's fate lies in the hands of delegates and not directly. Now, if you throw it open, no delegates, direct primaries, let's test our popularity. It's not a case of you carrying Ghana must go for some certain people, money changes hands. You test your popularity. You go out there, your party is no longer delegates. Those small boys, those big boys, everybody, and vote, count it normally. Now you will now begin to see those who are genuinely popular, those who the people want, may come in. Now it's not going to be in the hands of few, but it's going to be in the hands of many. And the electorate vote may count. Now, if that happens, and then I do the same in the bigger picture, we are getting closer home. We're getting closer to what we're looking for. Sometimes, some persons are looking forward to certain persons to be the next president, or at least to come out in a platform. But unfortunately, because of these indirect primaries, because of these delegate issues, they end up not even having, any platform to come out on, because one way or the other they have pushed them out and they can't vie for that position. You can't keep moving from, because at the point these people are doing their primaries, the next guys are doing their primaries. You can't be jumping from, because they usually have their lines of reporting lines. I came before you, this is how it should be done, and all those processes. So it can even hamper you moving from party to party, because if you move from your party to another party, you have to start from the beginning. In fact, go back to, because it takes processes. So you now see that it's a serious issue. Now, if you do direct primaries, now if you weigh in these two, you now understand why some persons are not too comfortable allowing the direct primaries, because that means the power does not go to the delegate, now it goes to the people. So you test your popularity. So you see why people are saying, come on. And apart from that, if you go through if you allow it to go through the electronic voting, which everybody is looking forward to, let's forget this whole issue of the card reader is not working. Let's get functional card readers. How are others doing it? Get a functional card reader and online real time as you vote. It updates. There's nothing like 1, 2, 3, and somebody's going behind and they see some ballot box has been stolen, or somebody needs to sign this. As you vote in, as you thumb in, and it counts, it reads immediately. There's no fear of somebody, you didn't vote for me, all the people voting for this ruling party stand here. Nothing like that. You begin to see the world will be watching it online real time. There won't really be, except of course those who want to hack the system, but of course nobody expects that to happen, because we expect the best of system to be used. Let's go wrap it up. Let's meet in that